Hi everyone. Today we are going to solve the Neet 2020 biology question paper. So we'll be solving this question fully. Stay with us till end of this video. So the first question is, which of the following is not an attribute of a population? The answer would be species interaction. So species interaction, option 4 is the correct answer. Our next question is, the process of growth is maximum during which phase? The answer would be log phase. Option first. The roots that originate from the base of the stem are fibrous root. First option. Then match the following diseases with causative organisms and select the correct option. So, we know typhoid is caused by Salmonella typhi. Then pneumonia can be caused by Haemophilus influenzae. Filariasis can be caused by Wuchereria. So, what would be the correct answer? Option 2. Option 2 would be the correct answer. Then, which of the following techniques the embryo are transferred to assist those females who can't conceive? The first option would be the correct. Then identify the wrong statement. Option 3 would be the correct option. Then let's move on to question number 7. Choose the correct pair from the following. Well, the first answer, ligase. That's the correct pair. Then select the correct match. Third option, sickle cell anemia is an autosomal recessive trait. Then match the following columns and select the correct option. So we know that locust is a pest, it's a polyphagous pest, so it must match. So A would be paired with fourth option, so this one. Even by looking at the first question, you can answer these column based questions. Then infectious stage of plasmodium that enters the human body, it would be sporozoite. All right. Chalo, let's move on to question number 11. Identify the substance having glycosidic bond and peptide bond respectively in their structure. It would be this answer. The plant parts which consist of two generations, one within the other. First of all, this one, then this one. So A and D. So which option contains A and D? Option 4. Then the products of reaction catalyzed by nitrogenase in the root or nodules of leguminous plants. The correct answer would be ammonia and hydrogen. Then identify the correct statement with regard to G1 phase. Okay, this one would be the correct answer. Then cuboidal epithelium, which brush border of microvilli, is found in proximal convoluted tubule of nephron. Then let's move on to the next question. Which one is incorrect? Well, this one is incorrect because inclusion bodies are never involved in ingestion of food particles. So this one is incorrect. Number 17. Which is the important site of formation of glycoprotein and glycolipids in eukaryotic cells? Well, the correct answer would be Golgi bodies. In gel electrophoresis, separated DNA fragments can be visualized with the help of ethidium bromide and UV radiation. Then identify the wrong statement with reference to transport of oxygen. The wrong statement is higher concentration of H plus ions in alveoli favors the formation of oxyhemoglobin. Then ray florets have inferior ovary. The specific palindromic sequence which is recognized by ECO R1 is this one, the first option. So we have completed this one. Let's move on to the next question. Identify the wrong statement. Okay. A wrong statement with respect to restriction enzyme. Alright, what is the wrong statement? This one. Sticky ends can be joined using DNA ligases. Ligase has nothing to do with restriction enzyme. Next, which of the following is put into anaerobic sludge? Select the correct events that occur during inspiration. First of all, contraction of diaphragm occurs. Next, contraction of intercostal muscles. Next, interpulmonary pressure decreases. So A, B, and D, this option. In the head of the if the head is removed, it can live for a few days because head only contains a small portion of the nervous system, while the rest is situated along the ventral part of the body. This one would be the correct answer. Then, in which of the following statement is true for the phylum Chordata? C, this one is correct, and this one is correct. So B and C. B and C is correct. B and C. Option 4. Then, Bacillus thuringiensis, it is associated with cryproteins. Thermus aquaticus has something to do with DNA polymerase. So A4. Okay, this option. Then 28. Match the following essential elements and their function in plants. Iron is associated with chlorophyll biosynthesis. Chlorophyll biosynthesis iron. So A3. Done. Then zinc is associated with IAA, that means indole acetic acid biosynthesis is the right option. So done. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, heartwood doesn't contain water. Sapwood is involved in conduction. Chalo, this one would be the correct answer. Sapwood is the innermost secondary xylem and is lighter in color. Then match the following. Matching the following. Which one would be the correct answer? We have to take some time. This one is not too easy. Inhibitor of the catalytic activity. Inhibitor of the catalytic to be malonate. Inhibitor of catalytic activity, it is malonate. Option first, this one would be correct. Then meiotic division of the secondary oocyte is completed at the time of fusion of sperm with ovum. According to Robert May, the global species diversity is about 7 million. The first phase of translation is binding of mRNA to ribosome. Then this one, which of the following region of the globe has highest species diversity? It would be Amazon forest. Which of the following statement is not correct? The functional insulin has alpha and beta chains linked together by hydrogen bonds. This one is not correct. So the transverse section of a plant shows the following anatomical features. So the answer would be monocot stem. Then match the following. Okay, match the following. 6 to 15 pairs of gill slits. C. It probably occurs in cyclostome. Oh yes, it occurs in it occurs in these organisms. Okay. Then heterocircle tail, it would be option 1, the first one. Okay, then let's move on to the next question. Okay, it's a direct question from NCERT, the Miller and Urey's experiment. All right, then embryological support of evolution was disapproved, but the correct answer would be Charles Darwin, because their theories were quite opposite to each other. They contradicted each other. Then the next one, the process responsible for facilitating loss of water in liquid form the tip of grass blades at night. The answer would be root pressure. You can remember guttation regarding this matter. So secondary metabolites are produced by the plant, and these are due to defense function. This one is the correct answer. Rubisco activity, when it exhibits the oxygenase activity, it will be one molecule of C3 compound. Then Bacillus thuringiensis is associated with the control of insect pest. This one is also correct. Chalo, let's move on to the next one. All right. Anthropogenic action means human action. So we created this, we created this, we created this. So A, B, C, D. So B, C, D, option 3. Identifying the wrong statement with reference to immunity. Okay. Active immunity is quick and gives food response. This one would be the correct answer. Then what would be this answer? It would be crossbreeding. Then identify the correct statement with reference to human digestion. See, ileum is the most coiled part of human intestine. So let's move on to the next question. Clostridium butyricum is associated with butyric acid. Okay, so even with the first one, we can match it. The question is very easy this year. Then presence of which of the following conditions in urine are indicative of diabetes mellitus? C is glucose in urine and ketone bodies in urine. So ketonuria and glycosuria. Floridian starch is associated with amylopectin and glycogen. Then select the option including all sexually transmitted disease. Option 1. Then match the following with respect to meiosis. Zygote, thymorelation, packaging. Packaging is associated with crossing over. We know B should be matched with 3. Okay, this one is the correct answer. Which of the following pairs is unicellular algae? It's chlorella and spirulina. Then which of the following hormone level will cause release of ovum? See, it's usually a spike of LH, but that option is not given. It's low concentration of LH. No, that's not correct. So it should be high concentration of estrogen. Matching the following columns and selecting the correct option. Bt cotton is associated with Bacillus thuringiensis. A should be associated with 4. Okay, even with the first option, we can match it. We can match the column. Okay, it's pretty easy. Let's move on to the next one. Montreal Protocol is associated with emission of ozone depleting substances. Then correct one about viroids. Okay, free DNA without protein code. This should be the correct answer. Then the ovary is half inferior in plum. The enzyme enterokinase helps in the conversion of trypsinogen into trypsin, matching the trophic levels. Okay, what should be the correct trophic level? See, the first trophic levels is always grass, so C must be matched with 4th point. Okay, the first option is correct. This year matchings are pretty easy. Lots of matchings are given. Then next one. How many breeding pea plant varieties did Mendel select as pairs which were similar except in one character with contrasting traits? Okay, is this one. Then organ of Corti. Organ of Corti is located on the basilar membrane. We all know that. And Eustachian canal. C must be with the first point. C1. So this one is correct. Then in water hyacinth and water lily, pollination takes place via both wind and water. Name the plant growth regulator which upon spraying on sugarcane increases its length. So it would be gibberellic acid, because gibberellic acid increases the length of the internode. So the plastoquinone, where is this plastoquinone located? In between PS2 and cytochrome B6 F complex. So let's move on to question number 66. Which of the following is not an inhibitory substance governing seed dormancy? Not an inhibitory substance, so it would again be gibberellic acid. Then the enzyme which facilitates the opening of DNA helix during transcription. Transcription is the process, so the correct answer would be what? Transcription does what? It converts DNA into RNA, so the answer would be RNA polymerase. So, which of the following would help in the prevention of diuresis? The correct answer would be this, because renin increases diuresis indirectly, so its decrease will result in reduced diuresis. So, the next one, the gross primary productivity is always more, we know that. So, this would be the correct answer. Next one, placenta is associated with human gonadotrophic hormone. A should be matched with second point. Okay, option 4. Strobili can be found in equisetum. These are cones. Okay, some dividing cells exit the cell cycle, enter the vegetative phase. This is quiescence. This phase occurs at the end of G1 phase. Flippers of penguin and dolphin is an example of convergent evolution. Okay, this is a direct question from NCERT. This one. This one would be the correct answer. Chalo, let's move on to the next one. Is associated with depolarization of ventricle. Keyword is BCG. Then we all know basophil is associated with release of different granules containing histamine, lymphocytes associated immune response, neutrophils associated with phagocytosis. So C must be matched with number 2. The first one is only right. Okay, which of the following statement is correct? Adenine pairs with thymine via 2 hydrogen. This is a very simple question. Then this one, options option 2, the sequence that controls the copy number of linked DNA in a vector. Then identify the basic amino acid. The basic amino acid would be lysine over here. Lysine is the basic amino acid. Then this one, pituitary gland. Pituitary gland is associated with posterior pituitary is associated with diabetes insipidus. So A must be matched with third point. A third. Okay, this one is the this one. Either of these two would be correct. So next, move on to option D. Diabetes mellitus. Diabetes mellitus is associated with pancreas. So D must be associated with the second point. The third option is correct because D is associated with second point. This is how you need to do these matchings. Then select the correct statement. Glucocorticoids stimulate gluconeogenesis is the correct answer. Next, which of the following is the most abundant protein in animals? It would be collagen. Experimental verification of the chromosomal theory of inheritance. It was done by Morgan. Then this one, floating ribs, scapula, glenoid cavity. What would be the correct answer? Floating means floating ribs never connect with the sternum. So A must be matched with the fourth point. So A must be matched with the fourth point. It do not connect with the sternum. This is the correct one. So A must be matched with the fourth point. So even by looking at the first option, we can answer this question. Number of substrate level phosphorylation 1 ton is 1. Okay. Dissolution of the synaptomial complex occurs during diplotin. Then bilaterally symmetrical and acylomate. Bilateral symmetrical acylomate, and these are exemplified by platyhelminthes. The body of the ovule is fused with the funicle at hilum. Then next one, goblet cells in the alimentary canals are modified forms of squamous epithelium cell. Then this one, snow blindness in Antarctica region is due to inflammation of cornea due to high dose of UV radiation. Done. Thanks for staying with us. We have solved all 90 questions of NEET 2020. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks once again.